God. Ask God.
Hi, Scott. Loving the podcast. The question is, how do you handle negative product reviews? Do you try and contact the customer that left it? Are you able to ever get Amazon to remove them? Do you comment on the negative review? Thanks. I look forward to hearing your answer.
Okay, well, that's a great question. I wish I could call you out by name, but you didn't give me your name, and I didn't see it in the email, so I apologize. But thanks for the question, and thanks for being a listener of the podcast. This is another great question, and I do have some thoughts on this. Okay, and we're talking about product reviews. We're not talking about feedback. I've talked about feedback in the past, and the way I feel about feedback. And again, we talked a lot about this at the event that I was just at, the TAS Breakthrough Live event, and a lot of the people there that are selling all agreed that your seller feedback is really, really important for a few different reasons. The one big reason that your feedback, and we'll talk about the review thing here in a second and answer that question, but I did want to highlight this right here because everyone there was saying the same thing, that your feedback score on your account does have something to do with the health of your account. Meaning, if your feedback score is low, or if you don't have a lot of feedback, but you have a ton of reviews, it's out of balance. And when it's out of balance, it could actually draw a red flag, meaning like you have tons and tons of reviews, but why isn't anybody leaving feedback? That's part of their system in a sense, right? If they are selling product, or if you're selling product, you should naturally be getting feedback. So my strategy all along has been really getting the feedback, and then from the feedback, I get the review. That's just the way that I've done it, and it's a slower process in a sense, but it's been working, and I'm getting steady feedback and steady reviews. All right, so let's move on to the next part of this. The next part is, what should you do if you get a negative review? The first thing that you should do is respond to it. Okay. Now you can directly, which I think is important, that you directly go into that review and then you say, hey, listen, I'm sorry that you had an issue. Send us an email and we'd love to take care of it for you. Now, some people have said that in that review, they've said stuff like, notify us and we'll give you a refund. I don't think that you should do that. And actually, a couple of people at the event said the same exact thing, because then it opens you up to having people say, oh, this company's easy to give review or to give refunds. I'm just going to contact him and get a refund. And then your refund rate will go up. You don't want that either. So just basically reach out to them and let them know that you want to make them happy and then to contact you and you can make it right. I think that's the best thing. The other thing it does is the social proof of this thing is when other people are reading that review, and maybe it's a negative review, and it is a negative review. Let's say it's a 2-star review. Well, you're showing them that you're there. Like, you're the company. Like, you can even say in there, we're a small family business and we take care of our customers and you're our number one concern. Please contact us. We want to make sure that you're happy and that we get you, the part that was missing or the piece that was missing. And then behind the scenes, if you want to give them a refund and then tell them to just keep it, then that's fine. Right? And then you can possibly get that 2-star converted into a 4 or a 5-star. Now, I wouldn't ask them directly to do that. Number one, it's against terms of service as far as I'm concerned, but I would still do everything I could to make them happy and just reach out. And a lot of times that right there will take them from a 2 to a 4 or 5-star. They'll do it automatically. All right. But if they don't, they don't. Right. So don't worry about trying to convert that over 100%. If you can't, that's fine. But just publicly, it's almost, I don't want to say as good, but it's better than nothing to have you publicly saying like, listen, we're so sorry that your product didn't come with this, this part. We're going to make sure that you get that. Send us a support email and we'll be glad to take care of you. Our customers are number one to us. And as a small, I always say this, guys, you always hear me saying this, as a small family-owned business, we want to make sure that our customers are treated right. So it just makes you more real, and communicate that in that email as well. So that's what I would do. Again, you guys have heard me say I use SalesBacker to automate this process. kind of, because what it does is it notifies me if I've gotten a negative review. It'll email me, and then I can directly email them through, or not email them, I could go directly to that review rather than trying to go sift through it, especially if you have multiple SKUs. So if you guys want to check that out, you can always head over to theamazingseller.com/resources, and then go down to the section there that talks about feedback and reviews, and you'll see my affiliate link there, and you'll also get a 60-day free trial with no credit card, and you'll also get a few extra bonuses there as well if you go through my affiliate link, and you'll buy me a cup of coffee. So if you want to, go through that. If not, just go directly to SalesBack. If you guys want to submit a question, head over to theamazingseller.com/ask, and you can do that. I want to also, again, remind you guys, if you're brand new and this is your first time to the show, I want to welcome you. I love hanging out with you guys. This is just awesome to be able to virtually connect like this, and that's why I love the Ask Scott sessions. But if you are brand new and you're just getting your feet wet and you don't understand the entire process, the entire business model, I would recommend attending one of my live free workshops. This is where I break it down for you in 5 phases: how to pick a market and a product, how to source it, how to do a pre-launch, how to do a launch, how to promote the product, and everything in between. We go over that on a workshop, and we go through every single thing. We also do live Q&A. So if you want to attend one of them, I would love to invite you to the next one, and you can register for the next one by heading over to theamazingseller.com/workshop, and you can register there for an upcoming workshop. Well, hey there. Thank you so much for listening to that episode of Ask Scott. Now, that was just a highlight from one of our full episodes where I generally answer 3 to 4 questions on a podcast. If you want to go back and listen to all of the past archives of not just the Ask Scott session, but all of the full episodes where I do interviews with top Amazon sellers, people starting from scratch and building a business, if you want to listen to any of those episodes, head over to theamazingseller.com, and you can find all of that over there. You can also find details there on how you can ask your own question and get it aired on an upcoming Ask Scott session, and possibly see it here on YouTube or just on the podcast. All right, so definitely head over to theamazingseller.com. There's tons of resources over there for you to be able to build your e-commerce and Amazon business. So definitely go check that out. Now, I just wanted to remind you one thing before I let you go. There's a lot of information out there, and some of it is really, really good. What I want you to remember is you have to not just consume the information, you have to actually apply that information. So take this information that you learned here today and apply it to your business, and this way here you can get results. As my shirt says, I wear it almost daily. Take action. We'll see you guys.